Harvard found that a record half of U.S. renters are renting. Their rent is more expensive than they can actually afford, and for those considered to be most burdened, obviously Black and Latino households, they're paying as much as 50% of their earnings on rent, and rent is still higher than pre-pandemic levels. How do you weigh that success compared to this type of data where renters are clearly needing relief?
We have a plan that the president put forward on continuing to lower housing costs, and so we want House Republicans, Republicans more broadly in Congress, to take action. There's ways to really deal with this in a legislative fashion, and so we want them to take action. There's a plan that the president put forward, and so look, we're going to do what we can from here, but we need Congress to act. This week, we saw more evidence that our economy is strong and inflation is falling under President Biden. Inflation has now fallen back to pre-pandemic levels, and the economy grew 3.1% last year, stronger than during the Trump administration. At the same time, wages and household wealth are higher than before the pandemic. In 2023, we also saw prices fall for key household purchases like gas and milk, eggs, toys, appliances, and airfares. This stands in stark contrast with House Republicans, who don't have a plan to lower costs and whose MAGAnomics fails the middle class with
following up on the border talks, I assume there have been no conversations with Speaker Johnson since they were at the White House either.
I don't have any conversations to read out since last week.
Sure, and in his letter today, he also said that House Republicans would move forward next week with impeaching Secretary Mayorkas. Given these strong differences of opinion on the border, how realistic is it really that there is a deal that it can even pass that would pass the Senate and the House at this point?
Look, we have to be optimistic because there is actually conversations happening in the Senate. There are. Now, as I stated moments ago, multiple times already in this past couple of minutes, House Republicans have to make a decision here. They have to make a decision on if they want to be part of the solution or part of the problem. That's on them. That is on them. I'll say one thing about the impeachment of Mayorkas, or the proceedings to impeach Mayorkas. It is shameful. It is shameful. That's how they want to use their time, wasteful time. To try to impeach Secretary Mayorkas. I think it is shameful.
Does the White House believe that House Republicans are intentionally dragging out these negotiations until after November's election?
House Republican, which negotiations?
On border security.
They're not even,
until after the election.
Look, they have a choice to make. The negotiations right now are happening in the Senate.
Has there been any consideration, or is there a thought that at a certain point in time these two issues are going to have to be separated from the supplemental?
We are very much continue to be where we've been for the past couple of months since the president put forward his supplemental, his national security supplemental back in October, which is this supplemental ask is all of it is important, all of it. And we want Congress to act on every part of the request that the president has made.
So there's not a concern that as these talks continue and even make progress, that you're going to run out of time to kind of get Ukraine what it needs?
I think you've heard from NSC, you've heard from the Admiral, we've already run out of time.
I guess that's my question, is why not separate the two then?
Right now, we're moving in a fashion where we want to see the President National Security Supplemental move forward. There is a reason, I said this moments ago, there's a reason why the President puts forth a supplemental.